EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the New York Jets and the Baltimore Ravens. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. They'll work. Middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson. And really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying the crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy's simply sensational.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now Hall to start the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Now quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Well, that's how you use your safety valve, CD. He didn't appear to be the intended target, but they got it to him, and he was able to get just enough to pick up the first.
And what a great example of where we are right now in the NFL, because if you're a running back, you're not just going to carry it. You got to catch it out of the backfield as well. Those combo guys, they're the ones everyone wants on their team.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Well, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that ball.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there at 22.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, 1st quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all.
Ball has it knocked loose. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Uzama. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Going for it, it's Carter. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. How about them biting off 15 yards there on keeping the drive alive?
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic a bit.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scout... DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. To throw is Rodgers. He'll drop that down to Carter underneath. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. Zerline's kick is up and through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now is not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm, only down 14-0, so continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now Cobb to return. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Now, fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but
and that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the driver to get it to 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now it's Rodgers. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. David Ojabo. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Rodgers now to throw. And bringing it in, it's Davis. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
It's caught inside the 25. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd down and goal. Jackson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Takes it at the 7. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll give to Carter here on the option. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Rodgers. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw, it's Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Rodgers. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Carter on the read option. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
26. Watch it.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. On action. Rodgers. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Jets are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson going to run again. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Fielded right around the 8. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, that's complete to Kyle. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. On play action, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys, are quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. From 8 yards out, and the Jets are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this fourth quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarter.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Beckham, 65 yards. And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. To throw is Rodgers. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. A quick throw here out to Cobb. 2 yards on the pickup there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He'll air this one out for Mims. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Jets. Denzel Mims, 54 yards. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 54 yards.
I don't know about you, but I haven't met a receiver yet that doesn't like to run post routes.
And Odell Beckham Jr., he loves post routes, doesn't he?
He really does, and I think the reason he's so successful with them, as we just saw there, is the intensity.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have made it a 3-score game now here in the fourth. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. A partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And he'll have a Jets first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively.
Hey, 646.
On second down, a run with Carter. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 58 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
26.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Open man is Uzama. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. Rodgers now to throw. That is caught by Mims. Touchdown. Denzel Mims. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets get a bit closer. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So down a couple scores, only one timeout left. You figure they have to get this one. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Rashad Bateman, 43 yards. And the Ravens tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review of this being inside 2 minutes of play. Everything coming from up above. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers, he's got the hook up to Lazard. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Going up top. And this is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. 44 yards. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He completes it to Beckham. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He'll let this go for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Got a man. That's Lazard. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. One final try now for Rodgers. One last shot at the end zone. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. But they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. The Ravens going to move on to another week in these playoffs.